we start a new cluster of competencies, and as we have done with the first cluster, what I'm illustrating, what I'm, let's say, helping you to understand is how do you solve difficult, challenging professional situations when in fact you have to demonstrate these competencies that obviously EPSO phrased in the anchors. So the second cluster we are talking about is decision making, obviously, and we are talking about you take a decision in order to get the result, right? So we are in this cluster of achieving or delivering a result based on the decision making. So it's very important to have that in mind, that it's not simply working, delivering, right? It's delivering based on the decision making. And the first anchor, or therefore the first difficult situation in professional life, is how do you take decisions where it's uncomfortable to take decisions. So we are talking about either you don't know anything about the situation, or you know, but it's not enough in order to feel comfortable in taking a decision. Now, and here I will have, let's say, at least 2 or 3 options, right? There is one situation where you have enough information to take the decision, but you're afraid of taking the decision because of the impact or because of the fear of being criticized for your decision, right? So this will be one. The second situation is that you do not have enough information. You simply put is like objectively, there is no enough information. And the number 3 is that you don't have any, or at least it sounds like anything relevant, anything useful, right? So if we think about 3 situations, let's take them one by one. Now, obviously I start with the easiest one, which is you have enough, but you're afraid of the impact. Well, I would say consult. It's easy. You have enough information in order then to go and talk to, hopefully you have wiser colleagues or more senior colleagues or wiser manager or stakeholders that have more experience than you, and so on, right? And then you present the pros and the cons, and hopefully, again, that you will have some kind of support in going for the decision you imagined, right? So I would say this is the easiest situation. Just go with it, right? Now, second situation, you have something like half of the information needed, then absolutely you have to consult. There is no way that you just cut the knot. You remember Alexander the Great who cut the knot? No, I would say, I would not advise you to do so. Then absolutely go in the consultation, because you have to increase the amount of information at, I don't know, at 80% at least, right? If you are 50, then your decision could be black or white, which is obviously not a way to decide. So this is number 2. And then the number 3, when you have no information or not relevant information, then I would say the minimum, and this is the way where you start, is to announce that you do not take the decision because there are not enough information. There's no enough information, there's not enough knowledge about, so there's no way that you could do the decision. And I want to insist on that third point, which is obviously the most difficult. Why? Because if you don't take the decision, and I do remember a situation of a manager who, because he didn't have the information for the decision, he didn't take the decision. So I would say, yes, this is correct. But what was not right, let's say, correct in his behavior is that he didn't announce people in the team why he doesn't take the decision, right? So then the problem is not taking the decision. The problem is how the others do interpret you not taking the decision. And obviously, the interpretation of his team was that he's afraid, that he's, not competent enough, or whatever. He doesn't know what to do, and so on and so forth. So all the interpretations were negative. Whilst if simply you announce I have only the information A, B, and I need at least up to, I don't know, LMN or something like that. And then, yes, people will understand that is not enough because of that. And then what you do is obviously you go into consultation, you go into gathering information and so on. So to close, it's one thing to take a decision if you can. Consult if you have already some ideas or some options, and absolutely gather information by saying first that's why you don't take the decision, and then you go and gather information that you need.